So Dominion map just dropped in League of Legends, and I figure, well, it's still new and everybody's figuring out. I do a commentary. It's not probably going to happen a whole lot that I do this. On my team, we've got Adir, Jax, Evelyn, Riven, and I'm playing Twisted Fate. We're versing Jax, Wukong, Annie, Master Yi, and Veigar. The Dominion maps, everybody's still... It's less than a week old still at the point where I'm actually doing the commentary on the match. So we've got a little bit of learning that's still going on, and everybody's just trying to figure it out. Right now, from what I've seen, it's looking like a few are just dominating and a few are not the best picks, but Assassin classified ones do really well, and so do tank ones. So if you're trying to figure out what one you want to play in this, then go through your champions and pick one and focus on it for this at first, and then branch out. Man, the summon screen's taking a long time. Okay. So, like, I've picked Twisted Fate as my Dominion champion. I'm using him, I'm learning him, I'm figuring him out, and he's like the only guy I use at all. So, yeah, hopefully it'll pop up soon. I'm gonna stop recording for the moment, and hopefully the playback. Okay, so the playback's working. I'm gonna speed this up a tad through that, and then I'll drop it back to the play. Oh, it's really hard to control the screen that way. So I'm gonna slow it back down. Back to the regular. So Riven and I went bottom, and I'm going for the speed boost. And then I'm gonna go try and keep them. Up top we had Jax stop and cap this, while the other two moved on to this one to cap, and the other team did likewise, and that's why that one hasn't been got. Down here we're getting really not doing so hot. I died. Master Yi is one that he tears you a new one early on. Later on in the game you can take him out. Up top we've got Jax still making sure we've got that, and he's holding it. He's gonna go grab that heal buff. Well, Riven is down here still tampering with these guys as I come down to help. We've got quite a bit of interesting strategy, because the way the point system works, I'm not sure exactly what it does just yet, but it definitely does, well, it's interesting to watch and see who does what after you look at the points and stuff at the end. But so we've got, of course, they went back to get more health and stuff. People are buying mostly recommended items right now. Nobody's really trying anything new, no matter who you are. We got Riven there going to B and buy some stuff and heal, while I continue to tinker down here. We've got Jax coming up on me, who I try to stun, but I get the wrong one. So instead I end up getting stunned by Annie. Jax is still there, and again I don't get the stun. Up top we've got Jax going to defend this point here. He's gonna go hopefully try and prevent Master Yi and Wukong from taking it and letting them get 3 on us. But they do, because they've got 3, and he takes the smart choice out and runs away. We've got Adir coming bottom with us now for a little bit while Riven tinkers with these guys. I went back to buy some item, heal. Udyr's going back top along with Evelyn to defend this point. Well, Jax is off tinkering, trying to cap a point as best he can, but he knows Master Yi's chasing him down, so he's playing it smart this early because Master Yi's one that does a lot of damage early on. I went up top to help defend this point since there were 3 going after it. However, this made the mistake. In this match we've discovered, or a few of us have discovered, that grouping up is not the smart thing to do because it allows them to pop around with a single one of them, single one of them, single one of them at each point and 4-cap you. Really easy. And here I am dropping in to get the kill on Annie, and I don't get the card I'm after specifically, and Annie put a hurting on me because I didn't get the stun. As far as items go, as I mentioned, everyone is sort of going for the recommendeds. There's a good team kill, but they're all grouped up. However, this is currently an objective point, so when we cap it, we do extra damage to the enemy Nexus point, which is always a good sign. And I just got 2 killed by Wukong, or Wukong got me. As far as my items go, I go with the first 2 recommended. That movement speed on the boots is always good. And then of course I've got the Prospector's Blade, which is a lifesteal and damage right off the bat and increased health, which right off the bat is a big help because the health is a major issue. I take Zeal after that because I'm an attack speed based character, because every 4th attack I do extra damage, and the 8% movement speed is always good. Then I go for some extra lifesteal for some more life. I come back in right behind this guy using my ult to port there and cap this point. Here he comes. I stop to do damage and try and save Riven. It doesn't work, and he does manage to get away, in which, oh no, we get him. So I come back down to make sure we get this point fully captured so we do the damage we need to do. We've got Udyr coming here to at least partially take this before someone takes him. And here Jax is going to interrupt. Champion damage will always interrupt a capture. Up here we've got Jax going for this one. Well, Riven and I come and stuff in, and I'm beating on Jax, but I'm gonna get multi-shotted by more than one person. We get the Jax kill, and then we go after the Annie, who I do believe we get. Yes, we do. So then I go take out these minions real quick since we're not doing so hot on health, and we cap the point relatively quickly since there's 3 of us on it. And then we have Master Yi to contend with, who we also kill. Up here they had Veigar and Wukong cap this point back, and then they're going to head down south and tackle this one again. I got killed by Annie because I made the mistake of trying to take her on with 2 little health when she was at full, and that's going to be a big thing about this, is you can't take people on at low health because of the crystal scars or a buff. Every unit in the zone has 15% armor pen and 5% magic pen. We have increased mana regen, we gain experience over time, and we get 20% reduced healing effects, which means even though I take lifesteal, it's not as big as people would assume because it's reduced by 20%. And that hurts right there. Up here I'm taking on Jax, and I think he gets a stun off on me. Nope, I got him. So, and that was purely because I got a stun off on him. Thing about Twisted Fate I discovered, the cards always shuffle in the same order, so after red, if I go for that hit, I can almost always get the stun if I'm not just spamming for the extra damage because I'm getting hurt and I need to put the damage out there. But I'm going to move on to this one after killing some minions because I'm low enough on health, but Master Yi poured it in and took me out. So down here we've got Riven and Evelyn tackling 3 of them. They get one. Vager's gonna cause some damage with his little, I don't know what that is, I don't play Vager, but whatever it is that he brings up from below hurts. And so Riven's doing her best, but there's too much damage there. Riven can't take it. And I'm gonna come in and finish off Wukong myself, and then move on to Vager with Udyr as help. As far right now, they've got us 4 capped, which is a very, very bad thing because we got grouped up, and that was not the greatest thing in the world to do. So when I realized this after that, I'm gonna split off and just move on. I'm gonna get the stun off on Annie right off the bat and crank out a bunch of damage on that 4th hit. And she does get Tibbers out, and I don't run away thinking I can finish her quick enough. I don't have enough haste yet. Tibbers kills me, and I don't get to come over here and get that cap. Riven, Evelyn, and Jax are up here going for 3 cap to make it fast, and then they split off since more of the teams down here. Jax continues on to cap this point up here and get us a 3rd base. Well, we've got Riven and Udyr down here, and Evelyn taking on Wukong and Vager once more, who are kind of a nasty combination, to be honest, because they have a lot of AoE damage that can really mess with you. Oh, I got my view screen messed up. Up here we have Annie. Sorry. Annie knows she has this point. I was chasing down Master Yi, going for the kill, but I didn't get it because he got too close to the tower and the minions, and I opted not to continue to chase him. However, I'm going to continue on and get my kill off on him here, back out from the tower, and then go for the cap. However, Vager's going to come in and stun me and finish me right there. I do manage to get away, actually, steal some health, and Wukong is then going to get me because I didn't get the stun off I wanted to. We managed to get this one. Riven went and captured it, and now she is going to have to contend with Vager, Master Yi, and Jax, which Riven is smart and pulls out since there's 4 of them there. And we've got Udyr and Evelyn up here tangling with Annie to capture a point. And then, of course, Jax ports up to help cap. They get the kill on Annie, finish that cap. I am currently going for the far end cap, which is why I'm going to run clean across through the middle. Well, Riven comes down here and decides it's not worth the death. So Riven's going to run up and defend this one for the moment. And when I realize they're going for that one, I move down here to get this cap on them so we can 4 cap them if all goes well. Udyr moves on to help me since they already have 2 up there. Because when you've got more champions on a point, the cap happens faster and it will allow stuff to happen better. I do get the stun off on Wukong. I'm outside of his spinning range. I go for another stun and do manage to get it, and that allows us to finish off the kill on Wukong. So they're going to end up 3-capping us again in just a moment because we ended up grouped up again, which, as I said before, is a mistake. We don't want to do it. So I continue on to cap this one. Evelyn's going up to try and prevent Jax from getting the Storm Shield, which is a really good buff. It gives you a extra 500 something health and makes damage that's dealt to you go out to the enemy. I don't remember exactly what it is. I don't think I grabbed it in this game, so I can't show it to you. However, I pop up here to help Riven real quick with my ult, which is really great for this map. Twisted Fate's ult, because it allows me to pop between points, just boom, cap one, move on to the next when it's up. We aren't doing so hot. They managed to get us back down to 3, and they've been getting a lot of kills off, and I've noticed kills are something that's not as big a thing as this in this one as in some, because kill streaks, they give you more money to buy your better gear faster, but they do not necessarily feed because of how fast paced these games are. When we're sitting here fighting it out and going for the kills and everything's going on, and I do believe Jax is going to get the kill on me unless I get the stun, which I do not, and he kills me, so they get to keep that point. However, it does allow our Jax to come in and snag that kill if he does it right. However, Jax hides in the shadow of the tower. Right now they have us 4 capped and most of us dead because we got spread out and they stayed in a group, which is the downside to spreading out. But if you're in a group, they can do what they've done to us and 4 cap us. So we've got Udyr down here attempting to take this one back. Well, Riven and I go north, Jax goes south to cap that one back. We come up here and snag this. And one of the reasons why this is so fast-paced is because you're getting experience over time as you go. We do get the full cap off before we get tinkered with. I immediately go for the Master Yi because of how much damage he does. But 4 of them versus 2 of us, we aren't going to do it. They're going to quickly recap this. However, Evelyn pops in, and tampers with them, gives them some hindrance in that, but still it's 3 versus 1. Jax is coming up here to help out Udyr in the kill of Vagr, and then they're going to cap this point, or finish capping this point, and that will allow us to have 3 again over there too. Well, Evelyn goes south here to mess with their Jax. I go north to try and cap this again. I ended up porting there because it is faster. It allows me to move quicker, and yes, it uses up my ult, but I can quickly capture a point like this. Over here we've got a number of them taking on our Jax. He does the smart thing and runs into the tower, but a little bit too late, and so they are able to kill him instead of him taking advantage of the tower damage that's going to go out. I move on to this point, at this point in time, the windmill. That's something I should probably mention. Each of these points has a name that they're referenced as, so when you're having a game with some buddies or whatever, we do finish capping it, but it is a tough one to get considering it is like 3 versus 1. However, Evelyn and I are able to put out enough damage fast enough with the tower's help and a couple stuns that we get the kill. Down here we've got Riven and Jax going for this capture, Annie's going to mess with it, and so they're gonna make Annie run before attempting to continue the capture. As I was saying before, each of these points, all 5 of them, has a different name. We've got the Boneyard here where we're at now, watching Udyr take on 3, and unfortunately when you're taking on 3, there's not a whole lot you can do. They're going to get the cap off on it and get back to their 2. This one is the refinery, or no, I forget what this one is. I think it's the machine shop, actually. And then we've got the refinery here, that's what this one is. We've got the windmill here, who Jax is currently trying to capture as Evelyn and I pop in. Oh, I did grab the Storm Shield buff. So this is what Storm Shield does. Unit has a 550 extra health. If I'm not hit for 10 seconds, the effect recharges. Storm Shield Lightning attacks and damaging spell casts proc a damaging nuke on afflicted target max of once every 4 seconds, which means I do extra damage when I've got the Storm Shield up because of it. I'm going to continue on to get this cap because the games can turn around real fast. We may be in the lead right now, but they do have us 3 capped, and that is a big disadvantage, and Riven is just now getting us back to 2. As you can see, that our points are dropping really fast at this point. We come up here, we're going to go for the cap. When we get it, we're going to move on to the next one because we don't want them to have more than us. This, as close as this game is, a closed game is what I've seen most of the time. There have been a few landslides. I had one where we were ahead by like 200, but that was a really, really difficult game, and we were staying spread out and we were getting our kills. My mistake there was I ended up alone with a really low health. I was really easy to kill, and so was Udyr. I don't know what Master Yi did to heal. Oh yeah, and as for the last point, we've got the drill here and windmill here. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I'm trying to explain how the game goes and stuff. And here is our victory. We destroy their nexus by controlling the points long enough. We win. Happy day. Hopefully get better at doing some commentary. Since this is the first one, I was sort of trying to explain what goes on in Dominion, since it is new, why I picked who I picked. I didn't really explain items. I may get into that a bit more here in a future game. I am still semi-new to League of Legends. I am only a 13 level person, so I'm not as advanced as some of these guys yet, but I think I know what's going on, and I don't do half bad. The scoreboard for that was not per se the best. I did have a number of deaths, but I also had a good number of kills, capture points, etc. In any case, moving on,